Here's a video how to show you to add a QR code related to your Google Forms. So I'm going to give you an example here where I'm using a QR code to do a registration for the open house. So next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to have a Google Forms account. So here is a just a generic Google form that you're going to use. So let's just say I want to call this agent test questions. Okay? So again, you have to have this preloaded already. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create questions here. So if you're going to be doing this as an open house or a landing page, there's some information you should have. So one of the questions you should always have is first and last name. Okay, and then you're going to go over here, short answer, which is fine. Make this a required field. Now, if you want to ask other questions, like how did you find out, in this case, about the open house, right? You can, and then you can make a multiple choice. They found it by signs, MLS, flyer, at the door, if you've been farming, etc., right? Make that required. And you just can keep using this plus sign. They give you a bunch of choices, so you can do multiple choice, short answers, a paragraph if it's going to be a longer question, longer questionnaire. If you're again using this for an open house, you may want to say, what is your time frame to buy or sell, right? And then you can do short answers. So, or you can do multiple choice. So I might use this here. I might say 0 to 3 months. Next one might be 3 to 6 months. Example, right? So you can keep going. You don't have to make it required. This can be a, just a question, right? Okay, so now you've got to that point, you get the point of how many questions that you have to put in here. Now what you're going to do up here for responses, you're going to click on this box up here. And over here, this is going to be your Excel spreadsheet. Once the information comes through, it's going to go into a spreadsheet. But over here on this little hamburger icon here, you're going to click that, get email notifications. So now you're automatically going to get emailed through your Gmail email if somebody responds to it, okay? Up here, you're going to open up your spreadsheet, create a new spreadsheet. It's going to be related to however you titled that Google form. So I'm going to hit create, okay? There's what it looks like, okay? So now I go back to here. Now, in order to get the QR code, you're going to go ahead and hit this send button. You're going to do a hyperlink because you want the link. Now, obviously, this might be a little too long, so you're going to shorten it. You're going to say copy. Okay. Now, here's the another part you're going to have to this part. QR code monkey is where you're going to go to get this generator for the QR code. So you go to QR code -monkey.com. Then what you do is you go to the URL and you're going to remove that. And I've copied and I've pasted. There's the link from the Google Forms, and I'm going to hit create QR code. Okay. Now it has things about setting colors with your hex codes and all that, but for the purpose of this, I'm not going to do it. But if I wanted to add my logo image, I could do that. So I could hit upload this. I could go over to my logo, find my logo that I maybe want in here for photos. You could do all kinds of different things that you want in here. I'm trying to find a logo for you. Okay, so let's see. We're going to use, I don't have one. So let's just use, for this particular case, we'll just use the CV one. Okay, so I'm going to open that. It's going to upload it. Now it's there. Generate the QR code again. Now, when I go down to download this PNG, which is fine, I'm going to hit the download button. It's going to give me a few minutes. It takes a minute to generate that QR code. So we'll let it think. Okay. So now it's generated the QR code for me. Hopefully you can see this. So now you're going to save it as, save as in whatever desktop, however you want to do. So I'm going to save it to my desktop. I'm going to call it QR code for whatever it is that you're looking, whatever that you're going to apply it to. So if I'm going to do a QR code for an open house, maybe I'll put the address for 123 Main Street, open house. I can save that. Okay. Then what you can do is you can go back to whatever it is that you're creating as far as a open house or whatever it is that you're doing. You can either use it for an open house or you can use it for a sign-in sheet, even for an open house, whatever it is, or if you're going to be handing these flyers out. Now you've got the QR code that will literally go back to the that information. So I can't do the camera thing to show it to you that it goes back to that, but you can test this for sure and try it out. So that's how you're going to do a QR code and then put that into some type of, like I said, an open house flyer like this here. That's where I generated it from. I put in here. I put this in here for more information, scan, and then again, it just went to a Google form for the open house. So if you have any questions, let me know.